to me, the media appears to be just a game. It's just a, terror doesn't really sell, but sex sells. I would really like to find out, it'd be a good investigative thing to see, what, if we can find old video footage, I'm sure we could, what ads were playing during the, the Monica thing, and also the Oklahoma City and the first World Trade Center bombing. So it'd be interesting to see, which ads were being sent. That's one part of it, everybody has to, you have to have a fall guy, and I guess, socialism just wasn't, on the agenda, so they wanted to, maybe brush that off and make fun of him and attack him for that. But when you attack a president for, instigating and starting, terrorism acts, the media, like we said, at the beginning of this program, the media wants to push forward that terror. So it's a hard question to answer. It's a very hard question to answer.
Yeah. It indicates one thing that is solid is that the media, that the heads of all the media in this country are by definition fascist.
Yes.
Because they subscribe to keeping the people terrified, keeping the average person terrified, and some of us aren't afraid. And what are we miss? What's in us that what are we missing, or what have we got? Because people even call me and they are worried about me, and I don't quite get it. Really, I don't see the alternative. So it's not like bravery, because I don't see an alternative to what I'm doing, and you don't see an alternative to what you're doing, or you'd stop. Probably, we're out there, and yet we have the mainstream media doing basically the opposite. Just turning its back on us.
Right. No. And if you look at the mainstream media right now, in my opinion and my research, is doing a scramble for a new way to present the official story. If you look at the newspaper circulation, newspaper subscriptions are down. I'm talking about mainstream. If you look at cable television, the subscriptions are down. Look at everyone is going to an alternative form of media, and that is why look at the internet. The internet is just exploded, and I'm not saying that everything on the internet is true, but look at how powerful the internet has become as an alternative media source, that now they want to bring in the World Wide Web too, to basically censor all the alternative news and media on the internet. So, and also look at not satellite radio, but satellite television subscriptions appear to be going up because there are alternative medias and alternative venues that are available on satellite that are not available on cable. Instead of just be sitting down and watching the news, we should be out there making the news.
Yeah, that's a very important point. I decided a few years ago that I'm going to just have to stop listening to Democracy Now! Because it takes up time that I could be making the news.
Right.
Instead of just listening to this stuff, I just kind of gave up on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm very proud of the fact that I don't own a television. I haven't owned one for 5 years. And but our locally where I am, the town hall meetings are on Thursdays. What is on television Thursday that it's so important that you can't drive down or even walk down to your local townhouse and your city of commerce and get involved, and so many people think that there's nothing they can do. Well, if you're just going to sit home and watch television, you're right. But if you get involved, it take 2 hours of your time. Go down and get involved.
Your guest, ladies and gentlemen, is Eric Williams, who has written The Puzzle of Fascism, which is a streamlined book, easy to read, and it takes you through the history of fascism as a theoretical movement, and also the history of fascism in the United States and its complete success. And I haven't even, in your book, just quickly, do you talk about the Federal Reserve? I didn't get there if you do.
I do. I do talk about the Federal Reserve, and I talk about, it's in Chapter 9, corporate control is protected while the corporation is rampant.
Okay. So and that's another reason for you all to get the book.
Yes.
Okay. And, well, how do people get the book?
The best way it's available on Amazon.com. And the best way for our listeners, if you have internet access, go to whatreallyisthematrix.com. If you get it through my website, it's 10% off of Amazon's price. Or if you go to any major bookstore and ask for The Puzzle of Fascism by Eric D. Williams, they should be able to order it for you.
Okay. Okay. And by the way, I met you in one of the events.
Yes, I met you in New York.
Yeah, because I remember seeing the book.
You sent me the email of your great poem, The Ballad of Ladder 5,
yeah.
And I was thinking I've read this somewhere, and then I remember that I met you in New York. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's right. I handed it to you, a hard copy. Ladies and gentlemen, your guest has been Eric D. Williams, and there's one line in your paper that I used to say during the false flag operation we had here in Vermont when the government stole 2 flocks of sheep that supposedly had mad cow. You create the problem, and then you solve the problem, and then you take credit for solving the problem, and thereby endearing yourself to the people, and they are therefore willing to surrender their liberties to you, the great Savior. You mention that a few times in your book, and it's if people have to grasp anything, that's what people have to grasp, and it's
Absolutely.
very hard for most people to get that through their heads, I think.
It's very hard, and I hope that people will take this book and read it. And like you said, it's very easy to read. I walk you through it. I walk you through what I found. And my email is available on the book and also on my website. So I'd love to hear what you have to say about it.
Okay, remember it's The Puzzle of Fascism, and you can call me or go to your local bookstore or go to the website.
And that's whatreallyisthematrix.com.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Mr. Williams, and we'll stay in touch.
Yes, thank you so much, Jim.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.